And Queen of Funk, just a few words I'd use to describe our first guest. Give it up for the one and only Chaka Khan.
Do you have problematic issues with aging like a lot of women do, or are you cool with it?
But the older I get, the better I feel.
Chaka Khan is a famous singer with a painful hidden story. From the streets, people know her for her powerful voice, but here's the kicker. Her childhood was full of trauma. Word on the street is that she faced many struggles growing up. Here's where it gets interesting. Behind her beautiful music lies a tortured soul. Her journey wasn't easy, and what they didn't tell you is how much she had to overcome. Get ready to hear the juicy details of Chaka Khan's early years and the battles she fought to become the star she is today. Chaka Khan is a total powerhouse in music, born with this insane gift that just grabs hearts all over the world. Her voice? Seriously divine. Like it really gives you chills when she hits those crazy high notes. Her singing can literally heal hearts and lift your mood in a snap. On stage, she's pure magic, totally in control, and rocking it with this intense energy that just hooks you. But Chaka's impact goes beyond just her insane success on the charts. Her influence on music is massive, even if some don't give her all the props she deserves. Her style and vocal skills have inspired everyone from Yolanda Adams to Beyoncé, making her a legend from back in the day. Like lots of artists, she's dealt with her share of dark times, trying to shake off a troubled past that always caught up with her. This is her story.
Any apartments that my parents got, they were both artists. They were both painters and musicians, singers. They would paint the Louvre on our dining room wall.
Yvette Marie Stevens, born on March 23, 1953 in Chicago, Illinois, grew up in a super creative household. She's the oldest of 5 kids, with her dad Charles being a total beatnik and her mom Sandra, who could do it all. They split when she was 10 and both remarried. Yvette, later known as Chaka Khan, grew up Catholic in Hyde Park, which she called a chill spot in Chicago's rough South Side. Music was huge for her early on, thanks to her grandma getting her into jazz. By 11, she and her sister Taka had their own girl group called the Crystalettes. In the late 60s, she started joining civil rights rallies with her stepmom Connie, and even briefly hung with the Black Panther Party after getting to know Fred Hampton.
There are 4 of us, actually. I have 2 half-sisters, and one, this makes 5. Okay, there are 3 girls, Tammy, me, and Saheva, and then there's Mark, there's 4.
At 13, she got her Yoruba name during a naming ceremony. She bounced from school at 16, hitting up Calumet High School and Kenwood Academy. She started performing locally in Chicago, rolling with crews like Life. In 1972, she hit it big when she joined Rufus after catching the eye of the band members. Ike Turner wanted her as an Akette, but she stuck with Rufus because she was vibing with it. Personal life. In the late 60s, when she was still a teenager, Khan got deeply into civil rights rallies. She stood by Connie, her dad's second wife, who was a big supporter of the movement. These experiences got Khan involved with the Black Panther Party, a major player in the civil rights fight back then. Her connection to the party grew stronger through her friendship with Fred Hampton, a key activist.
I was maybe in my 2nd year, and I was cutting a lot of classes. So I just took that time to become a Panther.
Despite what some might think, Khan clarified that her full Yoruba name, Chaka Adunne Adufe Yemoja Hodarhi Karifi Khan, was actually given to her when she was 13 by a Yoruba spiritual leader, not because of her Panther involvement. During her time with the Panthers, Khan was all in, selling their magazines and embracing their ideas. But things changed when she found herself with a gun. Holding it made her really uncomfortable, and she started to rethink her role with the Panthers. Eventually, she decided to ditch the gun and step back from the Panthers, realizing she wasn't completely aligned with their beliefs.
This night watchman comes in, right? And he says, what are you doing in here? You're not supposed to be here this time. We all jumped in.
Chaka Khan's life has been full of drama, scandals, and gossip. Everyone's got their theories about why she acts the way she does, but it all seems to come back to her rocky upbringing. Chaka was super tight with her dad, so when he split from the fam, she felt totally abandoned and lost. Little did she know that was just the beginning of a series of tough times in her relationships, career, and personal life. To escape all the drama, she made some bold moves. She ditched school and even ran away from home, all while still a teen, which is prime time for rebellious behavior. The girl who used to play it safe suddenly didn't give a damn. She started dressing more boldly, ignoring everyone's advice, and even started talking in ways that would make a sailor blush. When she wanted to kickstart her music career, rumors say she used her looks and charm to get into different bands. This supposedly led to a pretty wild lifestyle. During this crazy time, she met her first husband, Chaka Khan. But their marriage hit the rocks allegedly because Chaka got involved with someone else, Ram Morris, while she was still hitched. Things got even messier when she had a daughter, Indira Malini, with Morris in 1973. Chaka then married her second hubby, Richard Holland, in 1976, and they welcomed their son, Daman Holland, in 1979. But their marriage hit some bumps too. When Chaka was rocking it with Rufus on stage, her sexy image was a big part of her appeal. She'd flaunt it all with legs, bottoms, and even her boobs out. Talk about bold. But here's where it gets spicy. Richard wasn't too cool with his wife's sultry stage persona. He wanted her to tone it down, but Chaka wasn't having any of that. It caused major tension between them. Things boiled over when Andre Fisher, another member of Rufus, got into it with Richard. Seems like Andre had feelings for Chaka from way back, which made Richard super jealous. This jealousy exploded into a nasty fight where Richard ended up pretty banged up. These clashes weren't just one-off incidents. They were signs of some seriously rocky relationships within the band. Drama, drama, drama. When Chaka hit the stage, she brought that wild energy, but off stage, she just wanted a break from the whole fame thing. In her relationships, she felt the pressure of living up to the wild persona she rocked on stage. Trying to balance it all left her feeling totally drained and just craving some normalcy. Even the band itself got caught up in the label's game. The record companies pushed Chaka as a solo star, putting Rufus on the back burner. Talk about industry drama and power plays. Chaka faced a major challenge in her life due to her increasing drug use. At first, she was just into party drugs, trying to keep it together with that Black Panther discipline. But as she climbed the fame ladder and hung out with big shots like Rick James, Natalie Cole, and Whitney Houston, things got out of hand. She went from casual drugs to serious stuff like heroin, cocaine, and booze, and soon enough, addiction had her in a tight grip. To make things worse, Chaka, along with her sister Taka Boom and Prince, got hooked on fentanyl, and it really messed them up. When Prince tragically died from a fentanyl overdose in 2016, it hit Chaka and her sister hard. They knew they had to tackle their own addiction battles head-on. Both of them signed up for serious rehab and aftercare to get their lives back on track.
I heard that you recently did a successful stint in rehab?
Yeah, one of two. Yes,
One of
my
two.
second time. Yeah.
Your second time. When was your first time? That long
Been a
ago.
while, yeah.
Chaka felt totally burned when she realized her so-called friends and managers were just using her, not caring a bit about her. It crushed her and drove her to drugs for solace, which only made everything worse. Being a woman in the entertainment biz, her killer looks and unique style made her an easy target for users and creeps, whether they wanted cash or something worse. Her downward spiral was a cry for help, probably because of stuff like her dad splitting or other past junk she never sorted out. Makes you think how things might have gone down differently if she'd found closure or dealt with that baggage sooner.
You're celebrating 50 years in the business. Like,
Yes.
what is that like? Like, how far you've come?
It's kind of cuckoo because...
It's cuckoo.
Yeah.
Career. Chaka Khan has had such a legendary career. She kicked off her music game with Rufus, smashing out hits like Tell Me Something Good that snagged a Grammy in '75. But her solo career? That's where she really took off. Her first solo album, Chaka, dropped in '78 and set the stage for her unique sound. Remember I'm Every Woman? That track became the ultimate girl power anthem. Skipping to the '80s, Chaka owned it. Clouds and Papillon, Hot Butterfly, were massive hits. Her voice, insane. She poured soul into every single note. Then, What Che Gonna Do For Me hit in '81. The title track and Any Old Sunday proved she could do it all. Jamming with legends like Herbie Hancock, Major Boss Move, and in '86, Destiny dropped. Ain't Nobody became an instant classic. Chaka's voice, smooth as silk over those funky beats. Collabs, epic. Think Ray Charles, Quincy Jones, and Stevie Wonder, legends mixing it up with a legend. Oh, and the Grammys, she's racked up 10. Best R&B vocal performance for I Feel For You in '84. Thanks to Prince's magic touch. Chaka's more than just hits. Her style, timeless. Her voice, pure magic. She's all about causes, from addiction recovery to women's health. Chaka's journey, packed with ups, downs, and raw passion. Her voice, a force of nature touching hearts across generations. As she says, my journey had to happen so I could be who I am today. Let's cheer for Chaka Khan, the unbeatable queen who turned pain into soulful tunes and challenges into triumphs.